Yes, Gavin, yeah, another big day is right. Third time lucky, as they say. But county finals are hard to win. And, that proved the last two times that we've been there. And Roanmore are going to be no different. They're a good side. They play good football and they're fast. So, we'll have it all up to do on the day again. But absolutely, it's great to be there again. We have tough battles there with the last couple of games and again in the Western final against Tallow. But yeah, it's great to be back in the whole of it again,
Certainly is, and especially Dan, you had a good run in the hurling this year. Very unlucky to lose out to Ballyduff Upper, who went on to win it, but since he got the footballs back out, everyone has really, I suppose, grown into it, and you've gained huge confidence. The games were coming thick and fast, but you must have been delighted with that response, and to win back the Western title as well in the football was huge.
It was, because the challenges are getting harder every year, and the competitiveness out there is stronger as well. And the lads had a great year in the hurling. Yes, they got pipped by Ballyduff in the end, but they dust themselves down and got on with the football again, knowing that there was a big challenge ahead. But absolutely, it was great to get there, and we're in there again on Sunday, which is great,
Yeah, you're certainly there on merit. And last weekend, of course, it was a tough battle against Tallow. Of course, you know each other so well, having, I suppose, played, with Cush Breed and the underage ranks and all that. But, you really showed good composure there, particularly finished the game strongly, having maybe had a few wides there in the first half. But he were full value for the 6-point win in the end, Dan. And again, you could see what it meant, I suppose. And I suppose a bit like Roanmore beating Mount Sion and ye beating Tallow, to win a derby final as well probably means a bit more.
Absolutely, and we knew that going into the game last Sunday that Tallow were going to be up for it as much as what we were, because they have some great footballers in there, and again they had some scores that if they had went over it would be a different game completely. And again they fought it down to the end. We had to be on our guard all the way through, but absolutely it was a great test, for us for the game for next Sunday. And as you said, like Roanmore and Mount Sion, it's a competitive game. They're down there as well, and absolutely, so it's all to play for now on Sunday again.
It certainly is, and I suppose it's new opposition, new territory again this year, Dan. Obviously pipped by Mount Sion 2 years ago, lost to Ballyduff Lower last year, and many people said that Mount Sion may be back there again, but Roanmore obviously didn't read that script, and they had a really hard fought win last weekend. And I see they've Billy Nolan and the Nolans and these guys playing, so playing on Welsh Park as well, like they're going to be formidable opposition.
They will, of course, yeah. And I suppose we've seen Roanmore and these teams down the years, and the way they can play football. They play good, fast football, and they will be competitive. And again, as you said, Mount Sion we're looking at it to get in there, but Roanmore have picked them again to get there. So that's how competitive it is down there in the east as well. And we've known that with the last couple of years that it's competitive at that level as well. So we'll have a lot to do on Sunday, especially down in Welsh Park again. We were there 2 years ago in Dungarvan last year. So it helps a bit when you're there, maybe in a year or two, but absolutely. But look, I suppose we have to just drive on. It's another team, it's another venue, and get our minds focused on the game itself.
Absolutely. Now you've been, I suppose, dealing without the influential John Paul Lucy there over the last couple of weeks. Dan, I know he was joint captain. He was uplifting the cup with Paddy Ahern there last week, and I know you'd love to have him in your ranks, but I'm sure with him not playing, I'm sure it's something that the players and the management are keen to try and get over the line, because I suppose he's been, even though he's still a very young player, he's been one of your big players over the last couple of years.
Absolutely, it was just misfortune for John Paul. Like he's a big loss to us. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He was fortunate to pick up the injury against Ballyduff and in the hurling, and unfortunately he didn't play any football with us in this year. And he's a big loss. And he's there with us on the panel and egging on the boys and driving them on and giving them his point of advice, which is very important as well. But other than that, the lads have just focused on on what they can do now, and to drive on with the lads that came on. We have some lads that came in there as well, and they're really playing up for it this year, and they're playing well, and everyone is playing their part. And I suppose that's what a team is about. It's about everybody getting together and working hard as a team all over. And for the guys that comes on off the bench as well, they're all playing a big part, certainly, in getting here again for next Sunday, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. And I suppose the younger players as well are gaining experience each year. A couple of them played last year, and then you have the injection of young Padraig Hines and Owen Lenihan this year, of course, who were both members of the county minor squad, Dan, last year. So, these guys coming in as well have really added to your panel as well.
They are, and they're gaining in confidence, and I think they feed off of the other lads in that now. They're going into some lads are going into their first county final, and other lads into their second. So they're all feeding that confidence off each other and blending into the squad, which is very important. And absolutely, it's great that we have these guys coming on, especially when we have with guys with so many injuries there, as we said. And definitely, it's great to see the new young guys coming in and fitting into the squad and driving on. Absolutely, it's all a big plus, So.
Definitely, and final point then, Dan, before I leave you go, and I suppose touch on it with the other managers and people we've been ringing this week about it being a strange year with the whole COVID, but great to be back into it, and now to be appearing in the county final. I'm sure, I know it's only 100 spectators there, but you'll have those 100 tickets no doubt sewn up, and big day for the club, and it'll be a great end, I suppose, to what will be an unforgettable year if he could get over the line and finally make it, third time lucky. And I'm sure that the last two defeats will be in the back of your minds there going into Sunday as well.
Absolutely, and for the year that's in it, with the COVID, a lot of us thought of it at the start of the year, there'll be no GAA, no games, and it's great the way it's after working out. I'm sure everybody would agree to that to run them off and every weekend, and the players were delighted that the games went ahead, and we were lucky to get through it. But absolutely, it is a bigger bonus to be in the county final. And a lot of the games we had played this year, we had no spectators, but the players got down. You just focus on the game itself, and you drive on to win every game as you take it. But absolutely, it is a bonus to be there again now on Sunday again, Gavin. So fingers crossed with third time lucky.